Glad to have you with us from Schumann Stadium in Muncie, Indiana. A late-season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Cardinals ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Buffalo's offense will have the football first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3- to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's right. Left side is Morrill. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's some daylight. Got the first down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. He's going to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. The Cardinals' offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right.
There, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Offense going to be challenged to protect on 3rd down after that last sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Hamilton. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Cardinals come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Sells the run, looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Horton. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Thompson. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. The Cardinals are flying down the field. Straight ahead, it's Horton. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. Nothing but green grass down the middle.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Makes the grab down the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Wright. Back's got it on the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulls! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Right side, it's Hill. Really short gain on that one, defense all over it. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Making the adjustment. Looking to throw, it's right. Snags it over the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. And the Bulls have pushed it inside the 20. Hands it off. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Left side, it's Morrill. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and long coming up. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback will keep it. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line. But will they go for it on 4th down?
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going long. Makes a grab on the shot. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Corners are going to bail. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring game.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cardinals will. Trying to take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Bulls line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll move the tight end. Drives inside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Trying to make one miss. Slips through the line. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Buffalo offense ready to go on the attack. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right, he uncorks one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Out wide left, it's Hamilton. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Comes down, it's Hamilton.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run inside, it's Horton. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires it incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking outside, it's Hill. Knocked down immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Out wide right, it's Morrow. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. A run for the quarterback. And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Hill. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for the edge. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Andrews. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. He'll take it himself. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. To throw, it's right. He's got the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. Quick strike through the air for the score. That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead.
Really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were, and now big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Drops back on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Cardinals will hustle from the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Firing deep. Touchdown, Ball State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team,